Hey guys, Casandra here from Paralandra and the L.I.F.E project. Today, I am doing my makeup, as you can see, and also answering your questions that you left me on my Facebook and my Instagram posts. So thank you all for submitting your questions. Thanks for being interested in the journey. If you are also interested in my makeup, then you get to watch me put all of this on as well as answer the questions. So if that sounds interesting to you, you just keep on watching. All right, I'm gonna just start diving in on this makeup, I guess. Jaren is gonna read me some of your questions. Here we go. If you're not the kind of person that cares about makeup, I get it. So I'm not gonna be talking about this during the video, but I will link it in the bottom in case you are curious what I'm using.
JC, the Flying Ace, is really curious about what you're using in terms of a slide. Do you use one? And if so, what kind?
JC the Flying Ace. I do not use a slide. I'm not much of a slide player, but when we were in the studio recording Street Magic, Elvis gave my dad the name the Glass Finger Carson, because he played these slide parts, but he didn't have to use a slide. It just sounded like a slide from his fingers. Pretty crazy. But I don't.
I think he has some fans that want to know about tour. So Shri2103 wants to know when you're going to be touring the Midwest. She says, soon I hope. Just how soon are we talking?
I guess it depends what area you call the Midwest. I play in Missouri like literally every other day. Besides that, Paralandra is playing in Illinois and Indiana with Tantric coming up this December. We're doing a short little run, just a few weeks. Paralandra is like forever playing Missouri and Oklahoma. You can check out our schedule on our website, paralandrarocks.com, to see all the up-to-date news. I don't know it off the top of my head.
You don't suck, but if you were to suck, would it be at acting as yourself in your own movie?
I think I would suck at that because I don't know that I can take acting serious.
Well, Marcy Rocker Girl wants to know, when they make a movie of your life, who should play you?
When? I like that. Who should play me? Well, people tell me that I look like Katy Perry and Zooey Deschanel all the time, so maybe Zooey Deschanel should play me. She can sing and act, and she has brown hair and blue eyes, so what more can you want? By the way, I forgot to say this earlier, but I am getting ready to go play volleyball after this, so that's what's up with my outfit. This is my volleyball shirt. I play volleyball all the time, and this is going to be my makeup for volleyball.
Someone named Joe Brimstone wants to
Joe!
How did you and Jaren Galino meet, since he is from Philly and you're from Missouri?
We met on tour 3 years ago, basically to the date. And yeah, Paralandra scored a sick tour with legendary Tantric. We were so excited. I was so excited. That was like our first like legit tour. Because we had done like a headlining run in 2017, but you know, for a small band starting out doing a headlining run, there's not going to be a ton of people that know who you are. Getting to hop on Tantric's tour was really cool because we got to actually play in front of a lot of people. And I got to meet the love of my life, Jaren. Yeah. So Jaren plays bass for Tantric, for those of you that don't know. He also plays bass for Heaven's Edge, the 80s band that is now making a resurgence into the industry.
Well,
it was love at first note.
That's what I would say. Well, Bill, he wants to know, and this is a pretty good one. Do you know that you will be able to stay strong to your inner being, convictions, and faith as your level of greatness increases to a much higher level?
Wow.
Do you know that?
Do I know that will happen? Well, I do know, yeah, I will always stay true to myself no matter what happens in my career. That's like my whole thing. If you guys haven't seen our video for the record, you should go check it out. But it's all about that whole thing. Just like, you know, people telling me that I need to fit into a certain box or a certain genre when it comes to music or just like my physical self, or you know, my lyrics or whatever it may be, my fashion choices, people telling me what to do, and I don't like people telling me what to do, believe it or not. So I think I will always be true to myself and my values till the end of time.
Well, Kevin, he wants to know, do you have a female mentor such as Lizzie Hill or Maria Brink? He says, I know Lizzie posted a happy birthday video a couple of years ago maybe, and wondered if you still talk.
Yeah, she did. That was really sweet. That was actually a birthday present from someone else, getting her to record that video for me. And that was really cool. I think it's actually kind of a common misconception that Lizzie and I know each other because of that video. But we've never actually met. I think that she's obviously an incredible vocalist. She's a great songwriter. She's amazing. But I wouldn't even say that I source her as an inspiration because I'm inspired by a lot of older bands. Like a lot of my songwriting and inspiration comes from Van Halen, Extreme, King's X, Love War, Alter Bridge. That's kind of like where all of my inspirations are. Like, I don't even know if mentor would be the right word, but that's where that comes from.
If you choose to go on Kiss Cruise, or if that opportunity ever comes back around, where, Deborah Klein wants to know, do you get your stage clothes for something like that?
Oh my gosh. Online. I get a lot of my stage clothes on that app Shein. I've gotten some stuff off of wish.com, Amazon. There's like a few places too that I get like my custom like leather leggings, like my pants and my jackets and stuff. There's this lady Kelly Maglia out of LA that makes really cool leather jackets. And so I get a lot of stuff from her, or like she did my leather pants that I wore on the Yngwie tour in 2019 that have like all the cuts up the sides. Really cool stuff and really well made. So some of it is like outsourced and handmade. Some of it I just get cheap online.
Nice. Well, Dominique wants to know, what is your routine just before you get up on stage and then directly after?
Directly before getting up on stage?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like just before I'm getting on stage, normally it's a big rush. I'm trying to make sure that I'm ready to go on stage. I know a lot of people have like traditions or like they stretch or whatever. I guess I do vocal warm-ups if I have time. But it's like, it's always so much of a rush. I feel like I don't even have time to think about a routine. It's just like, get my clothes on, get my makeup on, run on stage, and hopefully it's a great show. Afterwards, I guess I like to chill out and relax and sit down and take off my giant heels.
Well, the second
Super
part,
exciting.
Jeannie Thompson wants to know, when you get ready to perform, do you ever get nervous when you go on stage, or do you just go out with the confidence knowing that your fans are there to see y'all?
I go out with the confidence. I have never really had any stage fright, and I think that is attributed to all of my sports that I've done growing up. I did gymnastics for about 10 years competitively. I started when I was like 5 or 6 years old, but I've always loved being in the spotlight, and I've loved going out to be judged, to like show what I've got sort of thing. And I think that that has translated into like volleyball and into track, and then, you know, into all the other things that I've done, and including music and going up on stage to perform. Like, it's just kind of my natural habitat to be the center of attention and have fun. I go on excited.
Charlene wants to know, when did you first start learning how to play the guitar, and did you take voice lessons, or is your vocal sound natural?
Oh, well, sorry, I forgot the first half of the question, but...
Yeah, sorry, I was reading it like I couldn't read because I can't, but...
Well, let me answer the part that I do have in my head right now. I've never had any vocal training.
And you know, I have no professional training of singing.
I never wanted to be a vocalist. I've always just wanted to be a guitar player. That was the question. It was, when did I start playing guitar? So that's what I did first. I started playing guitar when I was 11. Well, I was probably 10 when I started like taking a serious interest into it. And I got my first guitar for my 11th birthday, and it's hanging right here beside me right now. If I reach for it, my backdrop will probably fall. So, not gonna do that. We'll save that for another video. Yeah, that's when I got my first guitar, and that was really my first love. And I was majorly inspired by my dad and by Eddie Van Halen and Steve Vai, Yngwie, oh my gosh, Nuno, all these guys that my dad listened to. So I wanted to sound like that. And it was later that I was introduced to Alter Bridge, to Miles Kennedy. And that's kind of whenever I got vocal inspiration. And that's sort of like what I've used toward my own music. I just love Miles Kennedy's voice and the way that it fits with the heaviness of their music. So I think that that's where my vocal stuff comes from a lot.
Nice. Well, back to the guitar category.
Yes.
Troy Davis wants to know what led you to the use of PRS guitars and Friedman amps. And as a builder of his own stuff, he says he's hashtag jealous of your tone.
Oh, wow.
All right, Troy.
Thank you. Really appreciate that, actually. So PRS guitars, I have loved them for years. I used to work on the sales floor of Palin Music Center, which is a locally owned music store here in Springfield. And they carry like, you know, all of the super high-end brands, like all the Gibson stuff, PRS, Fender, Ibanez, I mean, the list goes on. And then they do a lot of boutique stuff too. When I was on the sales floor, I was frequently trying out new guitars because we were getting shipments in every single day. So naturally, I wanted to see what they felt like, what they sounded like. And I was always circling back to PRS. They just, I feel like, have the most comfortable feel for me personally. They just feel really good in your hands. They're not crazy heavy. They're a good weight. They're not too light where you feel like it's nothing, but just kind of like that in between. And just like, you know, the tone, the pickups are amazing. It's just like hand craftsmanship, great quality instruments. And yeah, they've just like quickly become my favorite after trying out tons of other guitars, I guess, throughout the years and just comparing side by side. And the same thing would be for Friedman amps, you know, just like continuously testing stuff out and looking for that like I imagine in my head that I want to hear out of my guitar. Friedman like really pulled that all together with the PRS.
Well, James wants to find out, will you be touring with the L.I.F E project?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, boy!
I imagine Dakota will put in some kind of like confetti there or something. So yes, L.I.F E project will be touring in 2022, and we are currently putting that together right now, so I don't have anything set in stone, but I can assure you that it is happening, and I cannot wait to announce the dates. And now for some more makeup.
Toilet paper, over or under?
Over.
All right, but his real question. He says, out of every rock song, out of every song ever written since the beginning of rock and roll, which one moves you the most, and which Paralandra song relates most to it?
Wow. What rock song moves me the most? That is a really tough question, and I'm gonna put on one of my eyebrows while I think about it. I'm gonna think about it later, and I'm gonna be like, I can't believe I didn't think of that. Now that I have one eyebrow on, I have decided what song. And I think that the most moving song in rock and roll for me in my life would probably be Blackbird by Alter Bridge. Just kind of probably an easily guessed one. But that was like one of the first songs that I heard by them that really like began my obsession with their music and with the heavier side of rock. I don't know, it's like, you know, it's an 8-minute song. It's got multiple guitar solos. His vocals are amazing. It's got great lyrics. It's just like all around a masterpiece and a huge reason why I do what I do.
Jim Yerkowitz, he says he voted for you guys to be on the Kiss Cruise.
Thank you.
And he wanted to know, how has being selected for that helped your exposure?
It has helped tremendously. I am not even kidding when I say we met so many new people. We have so many new fans because of the Kiss Cruise. It was just incredible. Like, we met not only, you know, people from the industry, like, it's great to make those connections, all these other bands and stuff, but like really getting in front of a different group of people that we may not have been in front of had we not done the Kiss Cruise. And I feel like we have been able to build so many awesome relationships out of that. So it's been great. I really hope that we get to do it again.
So Shane Abel wants to know, what's life like behind the scenes with you and your dad? He says it's got to be one of the coolest things he could possibly think of.
Life behind the scenes with me and Dad. Well, it's great. We have an awesome relationship. Me and my dad have always had a really close relationship with each other. I guess we have, you know, band practice twice a week. And then we hang out at home a lot. We watch movies. We play horseshoes together. We play board games. I mean, we hang out in so many ways other than just music. Yeah, we love hanging out. Just doing whatever. Playing tennis. A little bit of volleyball in the yard.
Tennis?
Beerby. Yeah, you didn't know that me and Dad used to play tennis all the time?
I never saw that once.
Learn something new every day.
Valerie McCarty wants to know, are you saving Need to Feed and Dirty Love for the next album?
Well, Need to Feed was already recorded. It's on Ascension. So you can go listen to it now if you want. And Dirty Love, I would love to have on the next album. We will see if it makes it. We always go in with like double the amount of songs than we're actually going to record. So sometimes you have to like make a cut here and there, and you know, a song won't get recorded for a long time. Kind of like For the Record. For the Record's been written for probably 6 years, 5 or 6 years or something like that. And we just now recorded and released it. It's just like kind of waiting for its time. I hope that its time comes soon.
Well, when you're doing songs like this, do you write the music first or the lyrics? Or do they come out at the same time? Is it always different? That one's from Elisa R's.
So whenever I'm writing, normally a song will start just in my head. And a lot of the time it starts with the lyrics and the melody at the same time. And I'll just like start singing like a little ditty or whatever in my head. I've talked about like whenever I wrote Despicable, it started like the whole chorus was just in my head. Like, so despicable and I've done so. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I just like knew that I wanted that feel, and I liked those lyrics and I liked the melody. So then it just kind of like expanded after that. So I'll write it in my head a lot first and then take it to Dad, and he helps me kind of like shape the song on a bigger scale, like helps me finish it a lot of the time if I don't finish it myself.
Next question from Larita Horkheimer. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. It's an awesome name though. Where do you get your cool looking stage boots?
Oh, thank you for noticing. I get a lot of my boots from Steve Madden. Normally I get them whenever I'm up in Philly with Jaren, shopping at the King of Prussia Mall.
Yeah.
But yeah, Steve Madden has some really cute boots, and so I get a lot of them from them. But I also have gotten boots from like Amazon or from just some of these like Shein or, you know, other clothing apps. They don't always fit great, but sometimes you look out and you find something that's really great.
Let's see, we got Heather McBride. She wants to know, if you were not a musician, what career do you think you would most likely have and why?
If I was not a musician, I think I would probably be a coach of some sort, like whether it be gymnastics or volleyball or track. I still really love playing volleyball and just being involved in sports. I used to coach gymnastics for a while. It's really fun. I don't know. I think I would probably do something like that. But then that might involve me having to be a teacher, and I really hate school. So I don't know. I guess I would maybe teach at a school that doesn't require you to be a teacher. I would just coach the volleyball and track.
I I guess we could include Sawyer in this one. John Barber wants to know, what is the most irritating thing Sawyer has done since joining the band?
The most irritating thing?
That's what he wants to know.
Sawyer, let me think about this. I'm gonna think while I put on some more makeup. Has he really done anything annoying though? Oh, irritating? Sawyer is just so easy. Probably the most irritating thing Sawyer has done since joining the band is request that I wake up before 9 a.m. from time to time. The band is kind of split on like half of us want to sleep until checkout and the other half wants to go home. So I fall in the half of wanting to sleep all day. And Sawyer falls in the half of wanting to go home. So there you go. Sleep schedules.
Okay, so I've got two guys here, Tucker and Dave White. They kind of have similar questions, so I'm going to kind of give them to you out of order.
Okay.
But question one from Dave White, he's got a bunch. Do you have any vocal training, and if not, interest in getting some regarding vocal goals?
No, I haven't really had any vocal training aside from like the group vocal training that I had in high school, because I did do choir for 2 years, but reluctantly. My friend Adam literally forced me into it because we started songwriting together in high school. But yeah, so I have like high school choir training, but that was like before I really even wanted to sing in front of anybody. Would I take vocal lessons? I wouldn't be opposed to it.
The other part to that question, he says, do you guys as a band, not just your vocals, intend to do harder or heavier material or metal, most commonly including like vocal growling or screaming?
Probably not. I'm not much of a screamer. I definitely I don't mind it in other people's music, but it's not something that I do. I'm more of a singer, and I like to use like the vocal fry to like kind of do like the raspy singing, you know? But no screaming for me anyway.
Part of Dave's other part, I think you already answered, is do you have vocal practice or routine you follow as yet or already? So pretty much already touched on that, but
yeah, I do vocal warm-ups all the time, especially like if I'm ever recording. I am a strict only water drinker, except for I'll drink some like throat coat tea before I go in to record. Or if it's live, you know, it's water only with the occasional shot of whiskey if I need it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I try to take really good care of my voice. I have found over the years that lemon and honey do absolutely nothing for me, so you don't need to recommend that. I've tried it, I promise. But that's what I found to work really well for me.
are there any vocal idols that you may have that you over the years have listened to or try to sing along to learn techniques?
Yeah, definitely like Miles Kennedy would be a huge one. Also, Jolyn Turner. Yngwie's Odyssey album is like one of my favorite albums ever, and I love Jolyn Turner's voice. He's got that soul, but he's kind of got like this rasp, but that like really grabs your emotions whenever he sings. It's not just like words, it sounds like it's personal. And so I like to try and embody that in my own singing, is to like convey an emotion rather than just like something pretty to listen to. I like it to be a little bit deeper than that. So, conviction.
Tucker followed that up with, do you have any favorite female vocalists that you look up to?
Let me put on some eyeliner and I'll answer that one. If anyone who knows how to do makeup sees me pulling my lid, I know it's wrong, but I still do it. This always happens. Uneven. Next.
Well, you didn't answer your last question.
Oh, yeah,
Your
sorry.
Favorite female vocalist that you look up to, besides Pat Benatar, Loveless Battlefield, that you love so much? It's my favorite.
Well, my favorite female vocalist, who is not Pat Benatar, even though my boyfriend thinks that it should be. That is a tough one, because I have always been a much larger fan of male vocalists for whatever reason. I just like never have listened to girl singers. It's not my cup of tea, even though I am one. I know it's weird. I guess a couple that stick out for me, Kelly Clarkson, whenever she came out with her first album, like right after she won American Idol, I listened to that all the time. It had the song Miss Independent that I loved, of course. Just listen to the song title. Of course, I was drawn to that one. But Kelly Clarkson was like one of my first vocal inspirations, I guess. Me and my family were like huge fans of the show. We would record all of the episodes on VHS, type dedicated. So, and aside from that, like, I guess through middle school and high school, I really liked Katy Perry and Lady Gaga. That's pretty much the extent of female singers that I listen to.
Swiggy wants to know, what's your dream tour?
Alter Bridge, Paralandra, Foo Fighters. I'm trying to think if there's any others. But that would be sick. I would die.
Our buddy Keith wants to know, what will you do when you and your band take over the world?
Oh, when we take over the world. Well, we will probably instill the motto, be excellent to each other, to all earth, and start world peace, and put more music in schools, and just be great leaders. That's probably what we're going to do. Yeah. You just watch for the day that Paralandra takes over the world. You're going to love it.
And that pretty much concludes our session here. But the biggest question is, from everyone, what's next for Paralandra and the L.I.F E project, and anything else that you might be doing?
Are you referring to anything in particular that I should be catching on to?
Well, besides the Love is a Battlefield single explosion, that's not going to happen. Just what's up with the bands, what to expect next.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start with Paralandra. What's next is we have another music video on the way. We have another lyric video on the way. We have tour dates this winter with Tantric. We've got dates being added next year in the first quarter. We are still writing music. We have more music. We're planning on hitting the studio end of next year, hopefully, fingers crossed. I know it's far out right now, but we want to do another album. So we're in talks about that.
So what's next for the L.I.F E project?
The L.I.F E project has a lot going on behind the scenes. We have not slowed down even a little bit. We have so much planned for you guys. We have been writing, still new material being written and recorded as we speak. On top of that, we have some covers that we're going to be releasing soon. And you may have seen some little snippets, teasers that we've been posting. But I'm really excited about it because it's something that's completely different than I've ever done before. We just did our own renditions on some classic songs, and I'm just excited to hear what you guys think of them and what we did with them. It's just for fun, you know. So that's coming out soon. And then the L.I.F E project will also be hitting the road in 2022. Tour dates obviously will be posted as they come. I don't even know them, but I cannot wait to get those dates into your guys' hands so that you can come see us on the road. All right. I think that's a pretty good looking eye, good looking face. Nice. What? It's part of the process.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what it is because I said I wouldn't. The hair is down. That means it's the final look. Okay, so I think that this is the completed look for volleyball tonight. I had a lot of fun doing this. Thank you guys so much for asking a lot of awesome questions. I had a lot of fun answering them, and I hope that you learned something new. Thank you so much for just being interested in my musical journey and Paralandra and the L.I.F E project. It really means the world to me. This is like my life, so it It just really means a lot that you're interested and are curious what's going on. So maybe we'll do this again. If you want to see more videos like this, just let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you want to see more of, less of, whatever. And I'll see you on the next one. So see you later.